Hello, my name is Jen. I am one of the librarians here at the Grandview Heights Public Library. I've got some good books to talk to you about today. I'm the teen librarian. You'll usually find me across the hall in the basement after school. So if I haven't met you already, hopefully I'll meet you someday, especially as the kids start getting older. But I've got good books today. I've got my first book here is The Big Book of Wonder Woman. And a reason I like this book is that there are a lot of stories out there about Wonder Woman and all of the other characters too, but this is cool because we have like these informational books about some of the superheroes and Star Wars as well, where it actually gives you information about background information about Diana and where she came from, you know, her invisible jet, things like that. So it's kind of historical, kind of interesting. So, you know, if you've got a kid who's really interested in Wonder Woman, you can go ahead and grab this and, yeah, just you'll give her a little background information, or him. And my next book is really funny. I actually feel like, so we have this in the nonfiction section. We have this in the dinosaur section. It's called Dinosaurs Are Not Extinct. By Drew I always say this wrong, Sheneman. And it says real facts about real dinosaurs. So this is nonfiction. This is all factual. But it's actually kind of written like a comic book in some ways because it's really silly. I want to find one that's maybe not a spoiler because there's some really cool stuff in here. Like right here it talks about when the meteor hit and you see kapow! And then you have some of the dinosaurs who kind of say silly things. That dinosaur sees the meteor and says that can't be good. So it's pretty silly. It's pretty fun. It's just one. We have a lot of really good dinosaur books in our nonfiction section and our fiction section. And this is a newer one that I just really liked. It came out in December. Moving on to picture books. This is actually one of my favorite books ever. Picture books ever. I really love this. It's called A Sick Day for Amos McGee. It actually won the Caldecott medal, and it's really pretty. It was done in I think linotype, I think maybe is what it's called. It's where you you take a block and you kind of etch the picture out of it, and then you print it. So you print it with ink. So all of these were drawn that way and were created that way, not drawn. That's what the art is, all of these prints. So it's really pretty. But the story is really sweet too. It's about this zookeeper who takes really good care of the animals. And he he gets a cold one day and has to not go to the zoo. He has to stay home and get better. And so the animals come and take care of him, and it's just so sweet. This is written by Philip C. Stead, and then his wife, Erin, she illustrated it. And they have both done a lot of work, so if you like this one, you might want to see what else they have. Philip C. Stead also illustrates some of his own books, too. So there's just a lot out there that they've done, and that it's all kind of different, you know, from one another. They're, I think, all picture books, but they're all kind of different, and they're pretty interesting. So hopefully you'll like that one. This one you may or may not be familiar with, so I'll tell you about it. It's called Press Here, and it's kind of an interactive book. So you start off by pressing on the yellow dot, and then when you press on the yellow dot, you know, one appears, and you press on that same yellow dot, and then another one appears, and then it goes on, and different things happen when you shake the book or blow on the book. It's really a fun Book. And this author, his name is it's a French name, and I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce it. I think it's Hervé Toulet. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but he's got some other fun books too. I think this one's my favorite. This is probably his most well-known, but if you like it, you can go and see what else he's written, because yeah, he's definitely got more than that. All right, You may already know about this one. It was an honor book for the Theodore Seuss. So that's Dr. Seuss honor book. And those books are actually, they're given to books that are funny. So this, I'm going to give you a little bit of a warning about this book, that if you have a very sensitive child, you may just want to read this book first before you read it to them, because it's kind of unexpected. The ending is unexpected. It's not a typical picture book ending, but it's really funny, and a lot of kids, the kids who are okay with it, do tend to think it's pretty hilarious and really surprising. But it's called I Want My Hat Back. This is John Klassen, and he has actually written a handful of books about animals and their hats. They're all really funny. So anyway, it's about a bear who's going around looking for his hat. He can't find it anywhere, and I really can't tell you much more about the book than that, because it will just totally spoil the ending. But just know that he's looking for his hat. He loves his hat. He really wants it back. And it will be unexpected. And I don't know, it's kind of nice to have some unexpected books now and then. And then that was by John Klassen. He illustrated this book, which was written by Mac Barnett, and it is, this is also really, really funny and unexpected, but it's not one that, sensitive readers or sensitive listeners would maybe need to think about. It's just good, and it's funny. So it's called Triangle. There's triangle, square, and circle. There's books about all of those characters. This one's about Triangle, and it features Triangle, and he's going to go across the way to play a sneaky trick on his friend Square. He goes to his house. So this is Triangle in his house. He goes to play the sneaky trick on Square. And something unexpected happens. So very funny. This is his first out of the 3 that he wrote, and it's my favorite probably because it is just so surprising. It's just not what I expected. I laughed out loud a lot when I read this book. And Mac Barnett has also done lots of good stuff, so if you like that book, you can go look for his other stuff as well. This is a Fancy Nancy book. And this is not one of the original picture books that you may be familiar with. I just wanted to kind of point this out because there are some of the picture books that are kind of beloved, like Berenstain Bears and Fancy Nancy, Pinkalicious, also have easy readers. So this one's a level K. It's on the back of the book, but then at the Grandview Library we also put the reading level on the side. And I just wanted to kind of let everybody know that they're there. So when your child is learning to read, they can maybe see some of their old familiar favorite characters from the picture books. So we can help you find more of those too, besides just Fancy Nancy and Pinkalicious and Berenstain Bears. Next, I'm going to go back to board books. This board book is called Noses, and it's part of a series that is all about different different parts of the body, and features animals. And the series is called Whose Is It? This one is about noses. There are all the different kinds of body parts, including one about butts, which I think is hilarious because butts are pretty funny, and also, young kids think butts are pretty funny. Maybe it'll make you laugh too. The author is Katrine Crow, Katrine. So if you want help finding more of her books about the different body parts, let us know. But it's one of those books that says, it shows a nose, and it said, who does this nose belong to? Whose is it? And then it shows you a toucan. So I feel like, babies seem to always really appreciate looking at animal body parts. This one is also part of a series. The Little Masters is the name of the series. And it takes classic works of literature. Some of them are adult, like Anna Karenina, and some of them there's Alice in Wonderland, and there's lots of other ones. and it just kind of turns it into a board book in some way. They're all different. Like some of them are about colors, some of them are about counting, some of them are very, very, very abridged versions of the books that they are coming from. And some of them don't really have anything to do with that, but are still, they're fun board books to read your kid, but it's also kind of nice to have something that amuses you while you're reading it. I mean, you know, it's pretty amusing, Anna Karenina board book. Let's see. It says, you know, gown, can you also find the fan? So it's kind of like a traditional board book in that, you know, it's showing you something and then asking you to find something. Has little quotes from the book throughout it. So just kind of something fun and different instead of the same old books about, you know, pig noses or whatever, or animal butts. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was this graphic novel. It's Babysitter's Little Sister. So some of you may remember reading the Babysitter's Club and then the Babysitter's Little Sister books back when you were younger. I know I remember Babysitter's Club from when I was younger. So it's based on the stories. This is actually based on one of the original Babysitter's Little Sister books, though there's also the Babysitter's Club, and those are graphic novels that are based on the original books too. Those have been really popular, the Babysitter's Club graphic novels. And of course they were so popular that they came out with the Little Sisters, just like they did with the novels all those years ago. So this one is called Karen's Witch. There's a few of them because it's kind of a newer, it's a newer series. But you know, there will be more and more increasingly. But yeah, it's this is a really cool one in our graphic novel section for younger kids. So if you think your kid would really like to read about this, they're there. And then they can maybe eventually graduate to the bigger kid Babysitter's Club graphic novels, or even the books. So that's all I have for today. So I hope you found something that you really liked, and we'll hopefully see you soon in the library as soon as you feel comfortable coming in. All right, have a good day.